Hello, thank you once again. This is Santos here in Stockton. I really want to thank you for taking time out to watch this short video of learning. Whenever I make a video, it's learning for me too. So again, I appreciate you on the other side of the screen. What my topic is today is really about mental training or mind training. The ability to hold on to the thoughts that you want to hold on to. By the way, I hope that you're having a super fantastic, terrific, over-the-top day. And I would like to start off with this. They say, well, it's not that they say, it's statistics tell us through research that most human beings, I like to use the word humanoids, most human beings use about an average of their mental capacity anywhere from 10 to 2%, or from 2 to 10%. Now, there are people that are using more than that percentage of their mental capacity. I used to consider myself pretty stupid. I used to hold some very ugly thoughts about myself until I made a decision that I wasn't going to do that anymore. And when I made that decision, it made a tremendous impact. Of course, you make a decision and then there's a plan involved. It's like setting a goal, right? You set a goal and you look at that goal and you think about it and you think about it, and then as you continue to think about it, your mind begins to give you plans on how you can achieve that goal. So we always try to start out with the end in mind. When I get up in the mornings, I'm already thinking about the person that I am. When I do my affirmations in the morning, and affirmations is just a series of words, or it could be a statement, a couple of statements that you actually read to yourself, and you're actually visualizing yourself in that state. Let me see. The end in mind. In other words, I consider myself a very loving husband. That's one of my affirmations. So I consider myself a very loving husband. Am I a very loving husband? I work on that because that affirmation reminds me every morning when I wake up. And I consider myself a loving husband, but I also know that there's always room for improvement. Now, holding on to our thoughts is a discipline. It's not as difficult as we think it is, though. You know, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and I felt really bad because she teared up. She started crying, and she said, you know, I'm falling apart. I just don't know what's wrong with me anymore, and I'm having a really difficult time with my life. This is an older friend, and I really thought about what she was expressing, that emotion, and I thought, wow, you know, I've been there. I remember crying. I remember being on my, laying on my bed or in my car and just literally crying because I couldn't really figure out who I was and where I was going and what I wanted to do with my life. But since I made a decision that I wanted success, since I made a decision that I wanted better things in my life and better things for my family and better things for anybody that comes in contact with me, I've been working on that diligently day and night. And I'm radical, so I'm not, we have to start with baby steps. We have to start out with something that we can dominate, a goal, a mental thought, and then once we do that, we go to the next one, and then we could start doing multiple things, with our mind. And let me tell you, your mind is extremely powerful. I mean, the human mind is the creation of God, and it is an organism that is beyond our own comprehension. We want to use more than 10% of our thinking capacity, and we can if we exercise our mind and we discipline ourselves and we train our mindset to hold on to the thoughts that we want to hold on to. That is key. That is powerful. When we get to that state, we wake up every morning and we're in a certain state because we've put ourselves there. And we continue to build upon that. And, it's not a problem when thoughts come that are not thoughts that you want to hold on to. The mind is like a television, and channels are, constantly changing on their own. Those channels in our mind are constantly changing, and we got to get that remote and, get a grip on that remote and hold on to the channels that we want to hold on to. And that's really key. That's going to make us successful, is holding on to those thoughts. So with that said, I think I've made this video just a little bit lengthy, but just remember, victory comes when we learn to train our mental thought process to hold on to the thoughts that we want to hold on to every single day, every hour, in whatever circumstances we're going through. This is Santos once again. I want to thank you for your time. I'll see you on my next video.